of the challenges we often face in the world of vaccines is getting people to imagine what it would be like if you were sick with something like the flu. And so virtual reality, I think, has got a great potential to help people better understand what it's like to have influenza or an infectious disease and to not only have it yourself, but to transmit it to others. So what virtual reality can do is it can take away or reduce the need to rely on people's imagination. Instead, you can actually give them an experience that simulates what would actually happen if they had the condition, for instance. What we did in our current study was we actually tried to get people a flavor for what it would be like to be both infected with flu and to be protected from flu. And so in the first part of the virtual reality experience, people are infected. They start off in a restaurant and they're in the waiting area and they're transmitting the influenza virus to other people. They then get to see what happens to two of those people, a young child and an older man. So what happens is they see the young child and the older person in a hospital bed. The next step in the virtual reality is they're actually transported inside to the body of the person who is infected with flu. And they are given two controllers. And so this is done to make them feel like a more engaged part of the virtual experience. And they're trying to fire antibodies at flu viruses inside the person's body. And there are too many viruses for them to be able to be successful. They then leave that body, go back to the elevator, hit the button, they're taken back to a doctor's office. This time we ask them to put out their arm, and they're vaccinated, virtually, of course. At that point, they're then taken into a world where they're protecting people from the flu virus. And they're taken inside their own body. And again, with the controllers, they're able to attack the flu viruses. And this time they're far more successful because there's far fewer flu viruses and they have the antibodies needed to protect themselves. And so in the span of about 5 minutes, they get a chance to see how they can transmit the flu to others. They can see what happens to those who get flu and end up to have severe complications. And they can also see the benefits of them being vaccinated with flu and how they protect others.